Hey you guys, it's Adonyss illusion, the illusion that causes confusion. Fuck with me and I'll cause a contusion. And this is our season 3 of the Boulet Brothers Dragula, episode 7. Baby, so we're opening up, and it's some white straight couple walking through a carnival. And the guy's talking about how he got too scared, and the girl's like, ha ha ha, you're scared, I'm not. So then the gates swing open behind them, and it's some fortune reader's place that's in the carnival. And she's like, we have to get our fortunes read. And he's like, I'm not into that, I'm not going, I need cotton candy. So she goes in, she walks up to the Boulet brothers' table, and they're like, we've been expecting you. And she said, you've been expecting me? And they're like, yeah, that's what we do. Like, come on, bitch. So, so then they look into the crystal ball to see a little bit of her fortune, and they decide to show her. And she says she wants to see, so they have her look into the crystal ball. She looks into the crystal ball, and she says, the light is so bright. And then I guess it burned her eyeballs out. I guess that's how bright the light was. I'm like, whatever. These gags are getting like, these little, yeah, they're getting lackluster to the fullest. And then her boyfriend comes in and starts screaming because he finds her dead. So now it's Dragula. Oh, now they're singing Dragula. I should be sipping on something. Instead, I'm here fully nude. Here we chested. Dragula. Okay, that's super loud. And I always do it right next to my ear. So, yeah, these ears shot. They're shot, sis. So now all the girls come into the boudoir, and they're talking about all of that they're all fresh from the Hospital of Horrors challenge, and that Madeline, they're all saying they hope Madeline finally ended up going home. And, oh, no, this is after Eva already comes in. Okay, cool. So they're talking about how they're happy that she finally went home. And Eva's saying, how can I be here? She said she was in a great spot. She just felt like she sank so low. And they said the Boulets are tightening up those critiques. Louisiana said we have no room for mess-ups. Yeah. And Eva is talking crap about Dahlia's outfit. I'm like, Eva, you were in the bottom. Just shush. Just sit somewhere. But Dahlia said, fair. I think it came down to concept, and that was my concept. It's a little more different, honey. Mad and Priscilla were in the bottom. Oh. So, see, I'm all kinds of confused. Louisiana said she feels like Priscilla's look was so out of the box. She was carrying a fetal cow. She got chemical burns on her face from the formaldehyde. Okay, sis. Do what you got. Baby did that. Sis did that, honey. This bang is so sitting so right, baby. Baby, that bang sitting right, honey. So Dahlia's talking about who was the weaker out of the two, and Louisiana said, Priscilla might get exterminated, and I don't like that. Louisiana says, if Priscilla does not walk back into this boudoir, I will be livid, hunty, because Priscilla has literally given up everything to be here. She's going to bring it. And Landon says they have laser focus on that crown. And then Priscilla walks in. So this means she did not go home. Not today! So Priscilla says they had to play a big game of Operation, and it was a body, like an outline of a body drawn out, and they had to pull out the parts without hitting the sides. And if you did hit the sides, you got shocked in your neck. You got shocked in your neck. So Priscilla's saying she was in excruciating pain, and I'm like, whatever, Priscilla. It's a dog collar. Maybe I would have took that with open arms. Look at the baby, the ombre. So Dahlia starts making jokes saying, would your fur pop off? Because Priscilla did have these patches of faux fur, which was cow print, and yeah, she was going for a mad cow disease thing, which I didn't fully get. But it's not for me to get. Priscilla said, yeah, I wanted to be here so badly. I'm so glad that I made it through this extermination. So then the Boulet brothers call them to the main stage. And the Boulets say, so the Boulets say that they're supposed to entertain and perform the impossible. Oh, circus culture. So I guess they have to give a freak show look and a freak show / circus type of look. They say you can't just be a sideshow, you have to be the main event. Oh, and they have to show us your best freak show gig on stage. Wow. In addition, you will also be responsible for styling a wig by Dragula's official sponsor, Arta Wigs. This is an Arta wig. Just kidding. You oughta, I tell you what, Arta, you oughta get a wig styled by me. Now, Arta that. Oh, see, my chip burning. My chip burning. Baby, my chip burning. So they go back into the boudoir. There's wigs to style there. And Priscilla comes for Dahlia hard for no reason. Invalidates her success in the competition and her right to still be there. So Dahlia says, that just sounds dumb, girl. You've been in the bottom multiple times, sis. She said, I've been being in the top multiple weeks. Consistent is what that sounds like to me, honey. And Priscilla says, it sounds like you should have went home. And I'm like, oh, and then Priscilla says, it just seems like an off-brand Victoria Black to me. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, you're pulling it. You're grasping at straws, Priscilla. Why'd you come back and try to come for the queen? Bow down to the queen, sis. Dahlia's that girl. What the tea? Okay. So now we get to them styling wigs and getting to their costumes. Oh, now Landon's talking about how he's gonna use the wig and style the wig. I guess he's gonna have pubes. They're gonna be pubes. He's gonna serve a pube tea. Priscilla says they're gonna be a pinhead, which is like Pepper from American Horror Story Freak Show. She said I guess she's gonna put this, she's gonna have a baby doll connected to her, or she's gonna be holding a baby doll and just put the wig on the baby doll. Like, no, baby, that doesn't seem like the challenge, baby doll. Ah, baby doll! Sweetheart. So then they go to bed, and they come back tomorrow, and they start painting for the show. So then they get into this issue of having to do the Dragula pageant, not being able to do the Dragula pageant, and not thinking you have to do the Dragula pageant and what the difference between all of those is. And the difference between all of those is just free will and circumstances. Like, y'all, I can't. So Dahlia's here to win. I'm just saying, Dahlia is here to win, whether she did a pageant or not. Now. Girl, bye. So Dahlia's saying to Priscilla, why don't you take this energy and focus it onto your show? Yeah, Priscilla, I don't know. I feel like it's insecurity. Stop coming for my sis, Dahlia. Don't try my sis. That's my sis right there. Yup, that's my sis. That's my sis. Don't you fuck with my sis. That's my sis right there. Yup, that's my sis. That's my sis. That's my sis right there. Yup, that's my sis. That's my sis. Don't you fuck with my sis. Don't you fuck with my sis. Filth. No, but yeah, so we get on from that drama, and now it's time for the floor show. Let's get to the Flizzy floor show. Flizzy floor show. Flizzy floor show. Flizzy McGuire, darling. So we get to the boulets. They're on the stage. They have this gay guy who's pretty funny. And I don't know who else they have. I think it's just him. I don't care too much. No tea. No tea, no shade. Let's get to the floor show. Let's get to the floor show. Get to the floor show. Bitch, get to the floor show. Get to the floor show. If you get to the floor show, you can give me more show. Get to the floor show. I'll tell you, get to the floor show. No, but really, that was my Nicki Minaj. Get to the floor show. Rah. Like a get to the floor show. Okay. Oh, and they also have Vander Von Odd, the past winner, back. I'm glad I got that together. So we get to the floor show. Priscilla looks good. Louisiana Purchase has this velvet bodice corset type thing on. I love that. I mean, it's very her brand, or just the clothes that she bought. No tea. Sometimes people get a brand and the clothes that you decide to buy mixed up. But not here in the UK. Here in the UK, we know. We know what the juge is, you know? So then there's Landon Sider from Long Beach, California. He looks amazing. He's wearing his little pharaoh hat. I love that pharaoh hat. Except for, I think it's from Elope, which is a company that my past job used to buy, like, costume hats from. Then Landon takes off the little pharaoh hat and then breaks a glass bottle on his head, and then he eats the glass from the glass bottle. Oh my god, he's crunching the sugar glass. I'm dead. So now up next is Eva Destruction. She comes out with this, like, it's a bit of a clown face. It's a bit of a clown face. Oh, and then she takes off her apron, and somehow there's a little head coming out of, like, her stomach. People were saying they didn't really get this. I got it totally. I mean, freaks, like, to have, like, a fucking fetal twin or whatever. To have one of those is very interesting and very freakish and crazy, so I totally understand. Totally understand that being a freak show look. So, Priscilla's killing it, I think, and then she brings out this little doll, which is virtually just a canvas head with, like, some other stuff low-key made on it, which is stupid, but I love the look. Oh, cool. We get to Dahlia Black, baby, from Orlando, Florida. Dahlia Black looks amazing. She puts a pin through her titty, and then she dabs. She's got orange hair under her armpits to match her eyebrows. It doesn't match the wig, though. Oh, a wig reveal. Then she does her wig reveal. Baby, I'm living. Oh, my goodness. Then she's hanging chains and swinging the ball and chains while doing a screamy face with a ginger unibrow. This is giving me my life. Oh my goodness. So now we've got Louisiana Purchase from Austin, Texas. Kill it, Louisiana. She comes out unpadded, which I don't really like. I don't too much like it. Unless you're wearing like a jockstrap and a tutu like me tonight. Oh, she has 3 titties. I didn't even notice that. I'm such a weirdo. I see 3 titties and I'm like, so, yeah. I turn my head out. So then Landon exposes the fact that he has 3 penises down there. Eva Destruction tap dances with some AB stones on a black tap shoe. Priscilla Chambers is laughing with these teeth prosthetics that I love. They're so ugly. When you have perfect teeth like this, you start to want to have weird teeth. Like, I want braces, I want a bunch of stuff. And then it ends off with Dahlia Black spinning the ball and chain again. Because she's amazing, baby. If you're not living for Dahlia Black, you're probably not living. I'm just going to tell you the fucking truth. No shade. No tea, baby. You're not living if you're not living for Dahlia Black. So, now we get to the judges. They say, we're not judging your drag and all that crap, which is like a load. I don't know. It's a load of a load of shite. Oh, what we are judging you on is your drag as it relates to the competition and the challenges we put before you. Let's take a look at each of your floor shows. Priscilla! We love the pinhead thing, and I was mopping it up. And she's all about the puns, so if someone else comes on the show that's doing puns and like little cheeky things, she's living for it. I like your concept overall, but I'm not sure about the execution. In the Dragula world, we feel like you should be a little dirty or a little grittier and a little more American Horror Story Freak Show. It seemed a little store-bought. It totally was store-bought. She didn't dirty it up at all, baby. Dirty drag. Dirty drag, go to Dragula. So then Vanderbilt gives her gives her a critique, which was that we don't feel this little fecal fetus that you had. We don't feel like it was lit like that. We feel like it was an afterthought. Then they get to Dolly and Black. They say, bitch, you killed it. You slayed. You put the little thing through your titty. They're giving her life while Priscilla was trying to read in the boudoir. Now, Dolly and Black's getting good critiques. I'm living for it. Then the guy gives her critiques. He says he loves it. Then Vagabond gives her critiques and says it's fabulous. You killed it as the strong man. Baby, it all registered. It all translated. Kill it. Sis did that. Baby, I'm here. She's a strong-titted woman, one of the boulets says. Baby. Oh. I might be allergic to makeup or something. Like, no shade. Every time I put on a little makeup. Okay, so then they get to Eva Destruction. They said, we didn't really understand why the head was there, but we liked the fact that it squirted the water. The execution was a little miss for me. I want my Conjuring Nightmare scarier. It just seemed too cutesy, and the treatment of the face just looked like kind of melted paper plate or something. Like if you took a paper plate and put it in the microwave, yeah, bitch, we got it. Melted paper plate. You don't have to elaborate, baby. I put that on everything I love. You do not have to elaborate. So, yeah. They didn't live for Eva, and then you tap dance, and it gave me more of like a talent show. But I mean, a freak show is a talent show. You're trying to wow these normal people so they can put more money in the hat. Come on. So next, okay, sorry, Eva. I'm sorry about it. But honestly, with Eva, I've been holding this in, but really, Eva's only on Dragula because she couldn't get on Drag Race, so she started doing, like, a couple little spooky looks to get on Dragula. And they went for that, too, because of course, they want girls with followings, and Eva Destruction definitely has a following and has been traveling and stuff. So then they get on to the Louisiana Purchase. They said, we almost didn't like it, but we like that. The materials this is made out of, it's totally period. Like, it goes with the period. It's very era-specific. I like your tits, your tuck, and your wig. Which means you killed it. Just where you were very in your head. You didn't sell it to us. And we need you to sell it to us, like that crack. We need you to sell it to us like some crack cocaine in Compton. No shade. We're being honest with you, baby. We're trying to give you periods. We're trying to give you the period, the era. We're giving you the moment, the place. Bitch, like. So, then they move on to Landon Cider. They give him a bunch of life except for having 3 penises. So that was cute. The 3 penises was whack. They said it didn't fully translate. So Eva says, when I'm in a setting like this, I'm a focused ass bitch and I do whatever it takes to reach the goal. Whether that be I'm just not as open, it's just because that's not something that life has, let me do without someone coming up behind me and slapping my wrist. I'm like, whatever. So as soon as I started to think whatever, Dahlia's in the confessional talking about wow. And I'm like, you're right, Dahlia. See, Dahlia's my sis, for real. If I ever meet Dahlia, I'm going to love this girl. Which is why I don't want to meet her. I will fall in love with a bitch that has a boyfriend. No, but let me stop. So then they get to who the bottom 3 is. And the bottom 3 is Eva Destruction, Priscilla Chambers and Louisiana Purchase. And they're going to have to staple dollars to their body. So now we get to the extermination. So we get to extermination. Priscilla stapling hella dollars on her body. Eva stapling a lot of dollars on her body. Yes, I'm getting my life. Louisiana has not yet started stapling. She's only done one. Eva Destruction looks real cute and hairy, like a boy that I'd be into that would never be into me because, you know, I'm black. You know how that goes. So Eva does a bunch, it staples a whole bunch of dollars to her body, and so does Priscilla. And then Louisiana does too, and she starts to pass out like a fucking fairy, like a fucking little pansy. Like, what? So this bitch passes out, security and the producers come and get her and shit. And I hate how when she first looked at this wig, she was like, I see this being a finger wave. And that's what I do finger waves. I'm like, baby, this wig ain't no type of finger wave, no tea. This wig has never been a finger wave, ever. This wig would love to be a finger wave one day, possibly. So I feel like Louisiana should go home because this weak-ass bitch only put 2 staples in her body and passed out. Okay, so then we get to the extermination, well, the dying scene, and it's Eva Destruction. And I'm not fully happy because she was killing it. So I'm not fully happy about that. But I do feel like she was only there because she couldn't get on Drag Race. And now it's going to take way longer to get on Drag Race because I heard there's like some contractual stuff that says you can't do another competition show. So, baby, I guess you better bask in this Dragula fame because you're not going to get what you really wanted all this whole time until, yeah. So then they hit her with a hammer on the back of the head. Then they put her on the little, like, you know, when they, at the carnival where you bing, where you hit it with the hammer and then it rings the bell. So they put her head on that and they smash her fucking head. Alrighty, y'all. So that was the end of this episode. Episode 7 was lit. My drag daughter's favorite went home. Eva Destruction is now gone. I can't, I'm sad. So yeah. Good night, you guys. This was Adonyss Illusion, the illusion that causes confusion. Okay, let me take the accent off. Because that, baby, having an accent takes you, I don't know. Baby, it was working my vocal cords extra. Okay. I feel myself going back into it. What if you just gave yourself an accent one day and just, your body just stuck with that? Muscle memory. No, but, yeah. This was the illusion that causes confusion. Fuck with me, I'll cause a contusion. Adonyss Illusion. This was my Boulet Brothers Dragula Season 3, Episode 7 review. Thank you guys. Like, comment, and share. Share. Ooh.